All right. Well, no matter where you are, no matter when you are, good morning. I'm in St. Louis. It's going to be a little bit different. It's a little too windy for me to record properly out here, but I wanted to come out here and record the news video today because I'm in front of the world famous St. Louis Arch. So I'm going to have to go back into my hotel. I'm at a teaching conference for those of you wondering where I am. Don't worry, I'm on my way back soon. But I'm going to go finish the rest of this video inside so that way you can actually properly hear me and we're not worried about wind pollution. But I thought it'd be a really cool idea to film this in front of this. So sorry that it's not going to work out from that. But nonetheless, I'll see you in just a second. All right. So I'm back inside. It's good to see you all. Sorry it didn't work outside. A little bit windy today. I also didn't bring my mic with me because I'm traveling and you don't want to carry too much extra baggage. But hey, let's get right into it. Let's dive in. Our news today, I'm going to start off with some fun stuff. I'm going to talk about a little bit of serious stuff. Do me a favor and stick around until we get to the story about education. That would be highly appreciated. Honestly, you all, thank you. If you do, please do. But let's get right into it, friends. So I want to start with this. There is a Michigan State fan who runs a social media account that he made a bet with Michigan fans a while back saying if U of M won the Big Ten championship or made it to the Final Four of the March Madness NCAA tournament that he would stay at a McDonald's eating McChickens for 24 hours straight. Now the rules of his contest are that every McChicken he eats, he gets to take an hour off of his rule. He explained he's a man of his word. I like that he's wearing the little bro shirt. For those who don't know, that is a joke amongst Michigan and Michigan State fans that started way back when I was a child. And props to the man for doing it. I mean, honestly, good for him. He did it, and I honestly think that's just hilarious. Sticking to your word is always really important, even if it's something goofy and silly, even if against your rival. So that was really, really awesome, and I was really excited that he decided to actually stick through and stick with his word. I'll jump to this one since this is the one I want you all to see. It did go into effect. The current administration did sign an order that would dismantle the education department at the federal level. The federal level of education funds about 10% of public schooling. Not like 10% of the schools, no, 10% of individual public schools funding comes from federal. It outlines guidelines about what can and what cannot be changed in curriculum. State to state, states do have most autonomy, meaning they have most of the power themselves to create their own curriculum standards and decide what is important for their state to learn about. The federal has a few that they align with all the states in America, but mainly it's the idea of being research-based education comes a lot from federal funding. The idea of teacher resorts like the one I'm doing is federally funded, and I'm learning so much, and the idea that this might not be available next year to other teachers, myself, people who need it to really help expand our ideas and our interest in education is upsetting, and we even had to talk about it today at our meeting, which nobody wanted to, but it's something that's truly happening. Now, I want to point out this doesn't go into effect right now because this is up to Congress. It's congressional. They have to actually approve this. Now, I doubt they will, but who knows? It's a wait and see for me. But the thing is, Congress created the Department of Education. So for them to now, years later, come across and say, yeah, let's get rid of this thing that we created that we were passionate enough to create previously in our country's history seems a little odd to me. So I'm really hoping they don't. But it's a wait and see trial error. So we'll just have to wait and see. As much as I hate that answer, I really do. I can't stand when that's the answer to anything. You and I both, we want the answer now. I want to know. We live in the era of information where you can just find things out. But with these things that aren't black and white, they truly are gray in the way of there's not one answer. There's not one timeline. So that's where I wanted to give you an update on that one. Fun local one real quick is this hotel. This is historic Dearborn Hotel that was created by I believe it was created by the Fords, and by that, Ford Motor Company. This hotel had been closed down for quite a while. It was built in 1931, but after going through some new renovations, it's back. People can finally go stay there. Presidents have stayed here. Very important people have stayed here through the years. I don't know much history about this because it has been closed down for a while, but as I was learning about this, I was like, let me just share this because if people want to do their own research on this, they can. So this is one of those ones where if you want to know more about it, check it out, honestly. I do want to quickly touch on between Palestine and Israel, there was a ceasefire made where they were not firing at each other or bombing each other for a minute there. And then the other night, it all went away when Israel attacked Palestine and Palestine retaliated. Well, Hamas, the government of Palestine, retaliated. And it's just continuing to hurt people and hurt lives. And because of your ages, I really don't want to break this down too much unless I do a huge video explaining the background and the history of the actual conflict itself. If you've had me for class and you've asked about it, I've explained this is a 150 plus year long conflict. It's not new, and that is something that we need to understand. But I did want to let people, for some of you are informed about stuff like this, whether it's from your parents or your community members, that the ceasefire is no longer in effect by technicality. It doesn't mean the document was tore up or anything, but both sides have fired at each other again. And I wanted to share that. Another thing, we all here care about the environment, I hope by now. The fact that we're seeing 1,000 more people being fired from the scientific research team of the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, is something crazy. It's 75% of their research team could be laid off, so that's what it's talking about here. But this is just something that, like, healthcare, education, and the health of the planet should never be political. These are three things that all humans should care about, that we're healthy and happy, that we're educated and understand how to do things in this life, and that the earth is healthy and happy to allow us to do the other ones. So I can't stand this. I want to see the idea of the environment being something treated with dignity and respect from all sides, all people. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't want it to be politicized. I want it to be something we can talk about openly and something we can care about as a community, as a country, as a world. But it is something that is, for a very long time, a very long time, has been politicized, and I don't think will become unpoliticized anytime soon. I will switch over to something cool and happy and positive really quick to end this video, rather than, I did pack in a few really big stories kind of quickly there, but I do want to shout out that one of my favorite animes of all time, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and one of my favorite card games of all time, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and one of my favorite things of all time, shoes, are getting a collab together, because in Japanese manga for a long time, you would see characters wearing sneakers. They would never put the brand on it to avoid getting in trouble, but it has been announced that Nike is going to officially do a collaboration with Yu-Gi-Oh! With the shoes that they used to replicate in their manga, and you're going to for sure see me rocking them when they come out. They said it's going to be 2 pairs of shoes. I'm trying to get one of them. They also said there's going to be a shirt and a jacket potentially. I don't know if I want the jacket, but I definitely will want a shirt. So let's look forward to that. Fall 2025, I'm with it. I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it. If you ever want to duel me, kids, let me know. We'll duel. I'm always up for that. I've dueled students in the past, and it can be a lot of fun. But with that, friends, I'm going to sign off. It's been a really fun journey here in St. Louis. I was very excited to be able to come to this conference and be able to be a part of such an amazing community of teachers. I know I'm rambling on personal things now, and you all like it when the videos are shorter. So if you stuck through with it, I really appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jargon, so that way if people externally of our classrooms want to see some news and some fun stories or cool things like that, they can always find it. But other than that, friends, I hope you had a really good week with the days I'm not there. For my friends that aren't in my classroom anymore because you graduated or you moved, I hope you're doing well. Always feel free to reach out to me. And with that, friends, I will see you next time.